Alright, so this is it's the second run of the Huina 1594 excavator. I got her on AliExpress, and I just want to see how it's done. I've had it in the sand one time, so I've only run it twice, so I'm not that good at operating it. But I just wanted to give like an honest review with the machine here. So far so good here. It's a strong machine. It picks up its own weight. You know, it can get a lot of sand, full buckets. You can see that hydraulic line has come off, but it's all just for show anyways. It's not a big deal. But it goes all the way around 360 degrees. What else? Yeah, let's speed it up, and we'll show you some of the machine running. Okay, so we got it up on a pile here now. I made the pile myself, obviously, not with the machine, but there's another thing I wanted to touch on with this particular excavator here. It uses servos to control the movement of the boom, stick, and bucket. So everything there you see, all the cylinders, is just for show. It's an electric machine. As I said, it uses servos, which are really, really powerful. You hear the machine laboring a little bit there. Again, I've only run it twice, so I don't know about the longevity of this machine, but it seems pretty good so far. The servos do a good job. Again, like I said, it's a strong machine. The only thing that I noticed here is you got to be careful with the sand getting in the tracks. There's that little kid. He was loving it just as much as I was running this damn thing. I'm like the big kid here. Anyways, you got to watch with the sand getting in the tracks, and kind of, you know, it's those are rubber tracks, and you can hear the sand kind of getting in there when you're running the motors, and over time I would imagine that's where this machine is going to get worn out, is from being out in the elements, you know. And I don't think you're going to have too many problems with the servos and stuff like that, but the undercarriage of it, you got to look after it and clean it out after each use. You'll see later in the video and parts of it that I'll grab. Whoops, what happened there? I'm still getting used to operating this too, and then sometimes depending on where you stand, the controls become inverted. So, you know, if you've ever run an excavator before, you kind of stand behind the machine and you can run it normally, but if you get in front of it and then you get disoriented, the controls become inverted, and then you struggle a little bit. At least for me, you know, I haven't run this thing very much, but there I am. I'm trying to push myself back, but in this case here, yeah, see, I'm using the stick out and some pressure down on the boom to get me back up on the pile here. So yeah, enough rambling. Let's speed it up again and show you what else this thing can do. Okay, so for here, I started trying to do a little bit of backfill, and I just wanted to see if I could showcase for you guys a little bit of the dragging sideways as I'm trying to backfill, just, you know, dragging some of the material, but the swing on the machine isn't as strong. I'm trying to push here. I got a little struggling a little bit there. I got a little tired of it. So I tried to bring the machine up here on the pile, and got a little disoriented. Had to reset here. And then after, I just ended up giving up because I wasn't centered on the pile. So I just picked up the machine, cleaned the tracks real quick, and then just dropped it back down. And here we go again. And just overall, this is a really good machine. It's strong. This was a 30-minute video condensed, and the battery didn't even die yet, and it's barely above freezing here right now. So I got 30 minutes out of it in freezing weather. I was digging up tree roots at the bottom of the sand. The machine can dig fairly far down. It can dig about 8 inches down on flat ground, which is pretty good. The only drawback to this machine now is that the stick only goes to 90 degrees with the boom. The stick does not pass. As a normal excavator, you'd be able to come in with your bucket and the teeth would make contact with the tracks. But other than that, great solid overall machine, a lot of fun.